everybody, this is Kayla from the Country Crafter Studio. Thanks for joining me today. I will be showing you this super fun fancy fold card. This is such a fun card that opens a little bit differently, and this is a standard size card, so it does fit in your standard envelope. So let's go ahead and get started. So we can actually make two cards out of one 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. What we will do with this is I will bring in my trimmer, and I took off this is the cutting blade, the darker color, and then you also get a scoring blade, which is this lighter color, but we have to take this out in order to cut our paper because it is a little bit longer the way that we have to cut it. So I just have the cutting blade on here. So let's make sure I can get most of it in screen here. So I'm going to put my my cutting blade all the way down at the end, and I'm going to take this. Now we're not going to cut yet. We are going to score. And on the 8.5 side, we're going to score it at 4 1/4. So again, we're not going to be using this. I will actually be taking the Take Your Pick tool, which comes with a variety of little ends that you can do. So this one has a stylist, and there's 2 different tips for that. I'll be using the smaller one. There's also this attachment with the little pick, and then this is like a spatula. So again, on the 8.5 side, we will be scoring it at 4 1/4. So I'll just use the track that the blade usually goes on, and I'll do it twice. And then we are going to turn it and score it at 5 1/2. And then what we're going to do is we are going to cut our paper at an angle. So that's why we had to have the scoring blade off, is because with that on, we wouldn't be able to get the whole paper cut. So what you'll want to do is line up the corner inside the track right here. And then, I'm sorry you can't see the whole thing, but I'm just lining up the top. Okay, so that looks good. So this is going to cut diagonally, and we're going to get 2 cards out of this one sheet of paper. And just a little tip, if you, normally you put your blade at the end and drag through all the way, but we are going to put our blade inside the card, push down. That way we're making sure we're not ruining the end here. Okay, so then the next step is to figure out how you want your card to open. If you want the flaps to be at the top where you open it and these are at the top, or you can have it where they go to the bottom like this. I prefer it this way, but again, it's totally up to you. You just do it your own wrong way. There is no right way to do this. So then I'll just take my bone folder here and make a nice crease and do the same for this one. Okay, so here is the base of our card. So cool. I absolutely love it. Here's the paper that we're using. We are using this Designer Series paper, and this is from the Needlepoint Nook Designer Series paper. I just absolutely love this. So I have this at 3.5 by 3.5 by 4 3/4. And then this I have at 4 by 5. So these 2 pieces of paper I will be cutting in half, kind of like we did for the base of our card. So let's bring in the trimmer again. And we'll do the same thing. Now we're going to line up the end. Oh, and just a tip, make sure you figure out, or you make sure you cut it at the right angle. If you cut it this way, it's not going to match. It's not going to fit on your card. I've made that mistake before when I was trying to design a card like this a while back. So put your card, or put the paper on your card however you have it folded, and then turn your card, and this is the way we have to cut it. So let's line up these 2 corner pieces. So that looks good. And the same thing for the DSP. Okay, I think this is all we need the trimmer for. And so these will go here and here. Let's bring in our snail, and we are going to adhere. Okay, so we'll put that there, and then we'll come in with this one and do the same. Okay, so there's our two pieces, and we are going to put those on the flaps. So this one will go here. Beautiful. And this one will go here. Okay. Oh, I just love this. So then let's go ahead and do the inside of our card. So these are standard sizes. This white piece of paper is 5 by 3 1/4, and the balmy blue is 5 1/4 by 4. So let's adhere these. Okay, and we will line this up here. Like so. So it's already coming together. It's just beautiful. Let's see. We will be coming in and using the needle and thread stamp set, which I just love. We will be using People Like You Make the World a Better Place, as well as these 3 butterflies here. So let's go ahead and stamp the inside using the 3 butterflies. Okay, so I have that mounted, and for the inside we will be using Night of Navy. And we're just going to stamp those 3 right in the corner. It just adds just a little bit of touch to it. And we will be using the rectangle stitched framelit dies. So the 2 that we are using are these middle ones. So the 3rd and the 4th from this larger section, the 3rd and 4th from the smallest. And the large one we will be cutting with scrap of Night of Navy. And then the smaller we'll be using Whisper White. So let's bring in the Big Shot. I love my Big Shot. Just a tip when you are cutting out framelits that are square or rectangle, they recommend that you cut them at an angle. Otherwise, if you go straight on either way, they will crease and bend. So at an angle is best. We can actually cut these both out at the same time here. So let's put that one at that angle. And this will go, let's cut this off a little bit here. So we'll bring this one in at this angle here. And the magnetic platform is what I always use. I absolutely love it. It helps keep your dies in place, especially if you're stamping first and then die cutting. You don't want it to move and then have to redo your stamp because it didn't go where you wanted it to. And I'll just bring it through one more time just to make sure we got a good cut. Okay, this is the bigger. And the smaller. And what's really cool about the framelits is it actually imprints both the inside and the outside. So then you could go in, if you wanted a border, you could then come in with the bigger one that we use for the blue and cut that out, and then you get like a frame. So it's really, really cool. I absolutely love these framelits. That is all that we need the Big Shot for. So let's come in and do some stamping. We will be using the, again, People Like You Make the World a Better Place. And we will be using our Night of Navy ink pad. So let's come in and we are going to put that in the middle. Well, that's a little bit lower than I would like, but that's okay. So I will just leave this up here. Okay, we are done with the Night of Navy. And now we're coming in with those butterflies again, and we will be using Balmy Blue. And I'm going to stamp the butterflies. Make sure I got that inked up good enough. We'll stamp the butterflies in that corner, and then in this corner. So cute. And we are almost done with the card here. I will be coming in now with the clear Wink of Stella brush. And this is like a paintbrush, and it's got some clear liquid with some glitter, which is, it just adds a little bit. And I absolutely love the Wink of Stella. So I'm just going to put that on these butterflies here. So then we will come in with the larger rectangle, and I'll just put a little bit of adhesive on here. Okay, so now let's come in and take our sentiment here and put this in the middle. Okay, and now let's come in with our card. So the way I do this is I close the flaps, and I will be putting the sentiment right there. So I'll visually look and see, well, I need some dimensionals here. So I'm actually going to put them directly on my card. And I'll just make a little triangle there. We'll just need 3 of them. And now you only want to put adhesive on one. If you put adhesive on the other side, you're not going to be able to open your card. So, isn't that so fun? And it's very simple. Like, it adds so much just having a fun little open to it, but it's still just as easy as any other card. I will actually be making a lot more of these cards. I am going to On Stage, which is the Stampin' Up! Convention that we have twice a year. It is so much fun. I would love to have you join my team, and you can come with me in November. I'm not quite sure where exactly it will be, but I'm really looking forward to it. But I am doing a fancy fold swap, and I am making this card for that, so I am really looking forward to giving these out to people, as well as seeing what other fancy folds people have come up with. It's great to meet new demonstrators and learn some new techniques, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's one of the best things about being a demonstrator is being able to go to On Stage. Even if you want to join just for the discount and to make some new friends, it's such a great community, and we would love to have you join. And make sure you subscribe to my channel. I do put out a new video every Saturday, and if you hit the bell notification, you will be notified every time I post a new video. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.